Hello everyone and welcome to this week's After Effects QuickTip scripting tutorial. In this one, I'm going to be giving away this cool free script, going over a little bit how it works, and then basically just giving it away for free so you can use it for yourself, make modifications, and have some cool fun. This is basically a pixel time warping script, which achieves something that I received an email about, and the guy ended up not needing what I was trying to create for him, and also what I created was a little bit off of what he wanted to create. So what this basically does is it slices a video into little tiny individual pixel wide sections based on time. You look very closely at a single slice, it's 1 pixel wide and just contains pixels from one of the slices of one of these videos. Before we get started, I do want to remind you down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel, and down in the description you can check out this free code in the GitHub link. Make sure you follow us there for coding updates, and in the description follow us on Instagram for other live updates. If you're not already a member of our Discord server, you can come and join and get help with scripting, extensions, After Effects and Premiere plugins, UXP plugins, hang out with our knowledgeable members, and much more. And if you'd like to help support us on YouTube, you can become a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP. Link for that is in the description, and it comes with cool perks like Discord status, VIP streams, much more. You can also check out my AE Scripts account, download some free stuff, or purchase products to help support us, as well as now on Adobe Exchange, where I'm releasing more utility products, mostly for free. You can check me out there as well. Alright, so let's just quickly go over this script. So if you want to, you can make the modifications. If not, you can just go on your way and test it out. So we start off with the main function, which is basically just going to contain everything we do with this script. And the first thing we do is check for a composition. Easy. And then we do require that there's exactly one layer selected. If they select more, you could ideally pre-comp them, but what this is going to be doing is creating hundreds of different slices of the same layer. So if you're using like a 4K footage or something, the script will process things quick, but the render time itself is what is really going to cause a lot of processing power and waiting time. So after we've made sure we have a comp and the layer selected, we're going to define those in variables and start a begin undo group. So if the user wants, they can just hit undo and undo this duplication and slicing of lots of layers. Then we're essentially going to calculate the width and height of our new composition that's going to contain all these duplicates, and it's going to be based on the time. So we're going to take the duration in seconds of our layer and multiply it by the frame rate. That's the number of frames in our clip, and that's the width we want it to be. The height, we're just going to set to comp.height. Then we're going to define this new composition itself using our original layer named _warped with our width and calculated height. You can mess around with these as much as you want, and also just setting an arbitrary duration, because depending on how many clips you have, it will be different durations. Then for the actual meat of everything, we're going to loop through our calculated width, which is basically telling us how many iterations we need to do, how many different individual slices we need. If it's our very first iteration through, or I equals 0, we're going to actually set up everything. If I is equal to 0, or it's our first time running our iteration, what we're essentially going to do is do the main setup. And the setup for each of these is two linear wipe effects, which are animated based on an expression. And when you look at them individually, it's set up in a way so that only 1 pixel wide of each individual layer slice with these linear wipes is visible. And when we stack them all next to each other and offset them based on their layer index, then we essentially get this effect of this warping in time effect. So what that looks like is we're going to create a layers array, and we're going to start by adding our layer source, adding a new layer. We're going to add our first linear wipe, set this expression, which basically just takes a pixel wide slice of our layer, and we'll move it around depending on the layer index. Then we're going to add a second wipe. We're going to set the property to 270, so one is coming from this way, one's coming from this way, and then we can precisely get that 1 pixel wide spot in the middle based on these expressions. Then if it's not equal to 0 and it's every iteration after our first iteration of this process, we're simply going to duplicate our already created layer, modify the transform value of its position, and then change the start time of it. And that's pretty much it. Basically, the secret is to use these linear wipes, which create these single intermediate frames, which if we solo, are just these little slices. And as we add more of them on top of each other, we get a wider and a wider sample of our image. And this allows us to get this cool warping over time effect. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. That's how you can download and use this sort of pixel time warping demo script I created. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly in the channel. And down in the description, you can follow on GitHub to check out this code and get coding updates. Also follow on Instagram down below for live updates. If you're not already a member of our Discord server, come and join to get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, submit tutorial ideas, and much more. And the links for all of these following supports are also in the description. You can become a supporter on YouTube as a member supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, which helps us out financially and gives you cool perks. You can check me out on AE Scripts, where I have free and paid plugins to help improve your workflow, as well on Adobe Exchange now, where I'm releasing a bunch of utility products. Thanks again for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.